Music, when used properly, can give your video a certain energy and emotional quality, which can make your content more engaging and memorable. But what about educational videos like explainer videos and tutorials? How should you use music in those types of videos? Should you even use music at all? Well, before we get to that, let's talk about a few general guidelines for using music in videos. The first guideline, you've probably heard this 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it anyway. Use royalty-free music. You don't want to be infringing on copyrights or having YouTube put a strike on your channel. Not fun. There are several outstanding royalty-free music services out there. Some are even free. I'll leave a link to a few of them in the description below. The second guideline, in most cases you want to use music that fits the intended tone of your content. Playing death metal music underneath a Microsoft Excel tutorial would certainly be different, but it would be so confusing to your viewer, it would interfere with the learning and they would probably just click away from the video. And guideline number 3, make sure your background music doesn't fight with the other audio elements in your soundtrack, so things like sound effects. But more importantly, dialogue or voiceover. In general, voices take priority in the sound mix. All right, with those general music tips out of the way, let's talk specifically about using music in educational videos. Educational videos can be divided into two general categories: explainer videos and tutorial videos. So why the division? Because they're two different animals. Let's talk about explainer videos first. What is an explainer video? Well, it's a video that explains, illustrates, or describes concepts, principles, and events or facts. Infographic animations, demos, reports, lectures, essays, and stories are examples of explainer videos. With explainer videos, you're trying to get the viewer to know something. Explainer videos are all about knowledge transfer. Tutorials, on the other hand, are all about skills transfer. The focus is on trying to teach the viewer to do something, not just know something. Tutorials are instruction. They're training. So why is this distinction between explainer videos and tutorial videos so important? Because in general, learning to do something takes more mental work than learning to know something. It's the difference between watching a demo of the latest editing software and learning how to use that software to make an effective J-Cut split edit, for example. Learning to do takes intense focus and the ability to quickly recall specific details, a process that uses a lot of your mental bandwidth, which is why when it comes to tutorial videos, you need to be really careful with how you use music, especially with software tutorials, because there's so many things on the screen that the viewer needs to follow. You have to make sure the music doesn't distract from the learning. You know, when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't use any music at all in my videos. Then I started using music in just the intro and outro of my tutorials to grab the viewer's attention and, add some branding to my videos. Later, I started adding background music to the actual body of the tutorial, which was really tricky because a music track that was too loud or had too much going on with the arrangement distracted from the tutorial. Music tracks that are simple, neutral sounding with a moderate to slow tempo seem to work best. Getting the level of the music just right is also tricky with a tutorial video. You want it far enough in the background so that it doesn't interfere with the voiceover. But also important is making sure the music is loud enough to register with the viewer, or the viewer will be distracted trying to figure out the pattern of the music, which distracts from the learning again. Now, when it comes to using music in tutorial videos, just remember this one thing. If in doubt, leave it out, which is what I've started doing again, just leaving music out of the body of the tutorial and just using it in the intro and the outro of the video. Experiment and listen to your viewers. They'll let you know if the music is too distracting. With explainer videos, on the other hand, I've found that you have much more leeway in terms of how you use music because the cognitive load is not as heavy as a tutorial. With some of the explainer videos that I've made in the past, I've added music like I was scoring a film, using different pieces of music for different sections of the video, up to 6 or 7 different music tracks in a 7-minute video. And I found with explainer videos that you can up the volume a bit more than you can with tutorial videos. You can make the music more present without making it distracting, of course. Overall, with any video, you want the music to work with what's going on screen without distracting from the information. It really is about feel. If it doesn't feel right, listen to your gut. Change the track or just leave it out altogether.